So a few days ago, I saw one of those email your representatives and senators links, and I figured, hey, I'll do that, Part of their job as public servants is to listen and hear out the cries of the masses that they are supposed to be representing as part of their job. Now, I don't have the email that I had sent out in my name. I should have saved a screenshot, I'll admit that. But what I do have is the subject line. The subject line was, "The U.S. must act to de-escalate the violence in Palestine that is perpetrated by Israel." And today, I got an email response from one of those surrogates. Now, before I actually read the email that I got in response, let me point out two things. Number one, I did not expect anything back, nor did I expect for my email to just do anything more than be a bit of a pester and waste the time of the senators who do not represent me or any of my wishes. In fact, aside from the fact that I am very much a left-wing political person, the state I live in, Indiana, it's very not, and neither are the politicians. In fact, just remember, we had Mike shock the gay away Pence for most of my life as governor, at least most of my political knowledge. And while Holcomb may not be Pence, he's not that much better at all. But who I heard back from today was Mike Braun, the senator for the Republican Party of the state of Indiana. Now, I didn't expect this chuckle fuck to ever respond, like I said earlier, and nor did I expect the email that was sent out to do anything. Which, let's go into that email now. Here's the actual email. "Dear Mr. My last name, thank you for contacting my office regarding the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. I appreciate hearing from you on this matter. On October 7th, 2023, Palestinian Islamist terrorist group Hamas launched a surprise attack on the state of Israel, firing a barrage of more than 30,000 rockets from the Gaza Strip. Hamas militants then breached the border into Israel, massacring yada yada yada, basically going into the whole, the state line." I'll pause and move my face so that way you can actually read this thing. You read it? Good job. Now, this is the thing though. He first off immediately goes with saying the whole concept of what the official state line is, which, granted, I didn't expect anything different, but he says a barrage of more than 3,000 rockets. Bitch, I live in this state. I know what the 4th of July is like here and the entire month leading up to it. More than 50,000 rockets are fired on the daily leading up to the 4th of July and until August. Doesn't matter if you're in the city, doesn't matter if you're in the country. It happens. Even in fucking Gary. And the reason I bring up these rockets is because most sources who know weaponry have pointed out that the rockets fired by Hamas are no different functionally than slightly more powerful fireworks. Also pointing out the fact that he ignores the fact that Gaza has functionally become an open-air prison that is, very much not a good state in the non-warlike scenes to the Palestinian people. And, of course, he took the situation to go into talking about wholeheartedly standing with Israel. And he also blames Iran, going into talking about how, with Iranian support, Hamas was able to launch several wars against Israel, going into dates, and then trying to say that we need to be more war hawky, which, think about how much money war costs. I mean, Empire costs a shit ton of money. And, it's not the governments that actually pay for it. It's you and I who pay for it. It's the people who fucking pay for this shit. In fact, the governments love Empire because of the fact that the people who run the governments, I'm not saying these senators, I'm not saying these representatives, I'm not even saying the presidents, I'm saying the actual people who run the governments, the bourgeois. They very much love Empire because it doesn't cost the people who actually run this government anything at all. Because they will gladly spend $17 in the resources of taxpayers to get $1 for themselves. And that is not even my own logic. That is literally a paraphrased Parenti quote. So yeah, him going into saying that we need to fight Iran because of Hamas. And of course, at that very bottom, whoo, it gives me tingles. That bottom line, this P.S., this message was sent by email to save taxpayer dollars. To save taxpayer dollars. Well, let's go to fucking war, but also send emails to save taxpayer dollars. Because what else is that money going to go to, right? I mean, yes, we have crumbling infrastructure on anything that isn't a fucking roundabout. Our bridges are sketchy as fuck. Our education system is ass. And our fucking medical institutions don't get any form of the funding that they should from the state. Not just on the local Indiana level, I'm saying on the federal level. But of course, we need to send all of that money to fight Iran so that way it can be lost in a Pentagon audit. Because, it's us. We have to be responsible with our money, right? We have to be responsible with our money. So let's go to war with Iran. The system works, just not for you or I. It's just working as it was intended to. Educate, agitate, and organize. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.